Hey Tiffany, welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. It's about 90 degrees here. I just got out of the shower. Tonight I'm doing live tarot. Every reading you buy is buy one get one free this weekend. I'm gonna put the Spiritbox on soon. How's everybody tonight? Hey Tricky, how have you been? It's good to see y'all. Happy weekend. Can y'all hear me? Been thinking about the missing. Alright, that's good to know. Oh, thank you, Tricky Ricky. I'm just going to put a few things in chat, and then I'm going to start a free collective message. Anybody wants to maybe think about some questions to ask the Spirit Box tonight? The topic is Benet Ramsey. Again, the Spirit Box was not very communicative last night. Not sure what that's all about, but hopefully soon here we'll put the Spirit Box on and see if we can find out anything, or hear anybody, or talk to anything out there that might be listening, or that can hear us, or see what we say in chat, or or maybe see us, or feel us, or sorry, you can't hear me. Some people can, some people can't. Go ahead and check out my music. It's in the pinned comment. If you can't hear me, that's fine. You can hear my voice and my music. You click the link in the pinned comment. Yeah, they probably do have their volume down on their device. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. Do you have a message for us tonight? Excuse me. It's like 90 degrees and the air is full of pollen. I did feel a little bit better after I took a shower. It's still pretty nasty. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. For anyone who may be in the chat, join the chat while giving this reading. Maybe watch the replay or join the chat later. So yeah, Spirit does have a message for us in this Six of Swords this evening. You're gonna go to Sacramento, Middle Rain? That sounds fun. Hope you have fun. I hope you enjoy your time there. So we have the Six of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Devil. Maybe you've been overworking, overdoing it. Spirit's saying it's time to just sail away from that hard work you've done, and it's time to enjoy some playtime, or life is going to get really dull here if you don't. So take some time for yourself, your friends, your loved ones, your joy. This weekend. Okay, TBS that's what I thought. TBS, yeah, that makes sense. Another amazing hair night. Thanks to the shower. Because I'll tell you what, this morning I woke up, and because of the heat, my curly hair looked like Don King was revived. Like I was really channeling Don King this morning. If you guys don't know who that is, Google it. Don King hair. My dad's like, your hair looks cool. I'm like, shut up. It does not. He's like, no, it really does. Like, you know, and I've got one of those haircuts that's like 1970s goth. 1980s Susie and the Banshees feel, but some people want to call it a mullet. Hey Crystal, how are you? Welcome to the haunted house. Thanks so much for subscribing and coming to hang out with us tonight. Very simple spirit message from Spirit tonight, which was just, you know, sail away from the hard work and immerse yourself in some playtime, in some joy, and in some, maybe even some things that aren't so good for you, like gluttony. Your favorite foods, your favorite drinks, your favorite movies or TV shows. Just be good to yourself, whatever you do this weekend. You deserve it. Yeah. Cigs? Yeah. Yeah. Do you smoke, Turkey Ricky? I sometimes smoke. American Spirit Turquoise. I figure if I am going to smoke every once in a while, they're going to have to be really good cigarettes. I used to smoke Benson and Hedges, but then I got spoiled because my best friend had some from England, so those ones were even better than the American ones, so I didn't smoke for a really long time. Because it's like, what's the point of eating chocolate if it's not your favorite chocolate? What's the point of having a cigarette if it's a Pall Mall? Although, I mean, I'd take a Pall Mall any day if it was a crisis and it was the last cigarette on earth. I can't do patches. Well, let's just say you might be a redneck if you almost die in Walmart alone because you went there and bought the patch and the pharmacist said it was okay to put it on. Instead of smoke a cigarette. So I'm allergic to the patch. So one way that has helped me to not smoke is figuring out what the triggers are. What triggers me to smoke. And little by little I've been able to it's taken a long time, but I've picked apart the pieces of myself that trigger me to smoke. And then worked on those triggers. Until I realized one day I don't really have any. Okay, well, there's maybe one or two, but it's inevitable. I'll have to just work through it over time. There's a quit smoking hypnosis that I use. It also helps. Because I figure, all right, if I am sensitive to the patch, when the treatment is worse than the cure, and the treatment's actually worse than trying to treat yourself of, triggered by butt heads, yeah. I had a lot of little stupid triggers. Talking to strangers, seeing strangers, talking to strangers on the phone, the news. It was a lot of little things. And I have never been a heavy smoker, but every once in a while I like to smoke a little cigarette, a little bit. I couldn't smoke a whole cigarette if I tried. But if you give me a cigarette, it will take me a while to smoke the whole thing. It's like the never-ending cigarette, Mostly phone and people. Yeah. Mostly phone and people. I don't know why I'm like that. I can't help it. It's a lot of phone and strangers. I don't know. I just think that also, depending on, your goals for your health also are really important. Just because it's an American Spirit doesn't mean that it's any healthier than a Pall Mall. Just because it's organic. And the sad thing is that tobacco isn't really bad for you. Nicotine isn't really bad for you in small quantities. it's the filter that's bad for you because of the chemical change and makeup of it when it gets wet, when it maybe hits fire or not fire but the smoke. And it's like, I think at the end of the day it's like cigarette butts, if they get wet, there's just nothing but ammonia. They turn to like pure ammonia. So there's that. But it's like I really like, I hate the smell of cigarettes. I hate the taste of cigarettes. And I think that's something that has helped. Like, I don't really like the smell or the taste of it. It's not really something, it's not like it smells good like weed. And then even sometimes, weed can smell really bad too. Richard is annoying me. Keeps sending video after video. I don't watch any videos, but some especially TikTok videos. Oh, I have a TikTok, but people will send me TikTok videos and I don't watch them because I don't want to have to adhere to their new terms and services after everything that went on with TikTok and the administration. I sent Sunday for 100 joules. Oh. Thank you so much, Meryl. Do they make a cute little animation? They're not making a cute animation. What if it's that the more expensive ones make an animation, but it's really a spyware software for China? So what you're saying is like, it's a good thing that I'm not like abiding to their terms and services or something. Lord knows that I'm just like, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I mean, if it is just like a spying thing for China, then I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go over there. I'll adhere to their terms and services, and then I'll just start like reposting everything I can from Slaughterhouse Survivors. And then that way, when the Chinese people start going through my stuff, maybe they'll think twice about eating a dog or abusing an animal. But I don't know. I just don't like TikTok. I think that TikTok is, yeah, like you said, it's like it feels uncomfortable for sure. It feels really uncomfortable. My hair is feeling uncomfortable too. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna go back to TikTok, honestly. It just kind of feels like there's just nothing there for me. People don't want to like buy readings. They don't want to engage in conversation. They don't want to communicate. They just think like if I go live over there, they just kind of run ripshot over me. Like it's just, they kind of rake me through the coals and they want me to tell their entire life story and future for free. And it's really frustrating. And I try to tell them like, then pay for, what I have to offer, but I just kind of had to end things with them. It was just not conducive to my peace of mind when the whole tramp thing started.
Bluetooth already open. Now in SB7 mode.
be right back.
Low battery. Low battery.
No battery. You're not allowed to have a low battery speaker. Alright, I'm gonna try to plug this thing in so that... Hey, welcome back, Tiffany. Did the speaker DIY? I guess it did. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll come back to that in a little bit once it charges. So I'll go ahead and put it on actual real charger because it'll take forever on the laptop. Sorry about that. It'll be back in a few minutes, the speaker. Let's see which battery works for the REM pod. Not sure which one's which. Hey Sugar, how are you, sweetheart? Looks like I'm going to have to do some repair to the REM pod at some point. So just put that little piece in there and come back to it later. Alright, so if there's any spirits with us tonight, please touch the REM pod. always do them, but they're there tonight. They should be in there. They should be in the description and everything. To the haunted house. How are you tonight? It only went off because I got close to it. If there's any spirits that are with us now, if you can touch the REM pod to let us know you are present, that would be great. All you have to do is just, you can touch it like this, you can touch it like that. The spirit box will be back on in a minute. I'm not really sure how long it'll take for it to charge a little bit, but the speaker will charge in a minute. It shouldn't take too long. If you do have any questions that you'd like to ask the spirit box, the topic tonight is John Benet Ramsey. So much for your donation, Sugar. I appreciate that. That's very kind and generous of you. Dog. I mean, I think it would only take about 5 minutes for someone to realize that. Yes. Sadly, yes. If that is the question, I mean, if that is the answer to your question is a yes, I mean, this is a very good question. Everybody goes there all the time with this. I don't think, I wholeheartedly don't think that the father had anything to do with it. I think that Dad was asleep and Dad woke up to this. Burke has literally said he knows what happened. But I don't know that he's ever said what happened in a truthful and honest and caring way. think what happened is that eventually they all three of them know what really happened. I think it's just crazy how now with Nancy Guthrie it's like the same thing, only different ages and different time. Nancy Guthrie had been a 6-year-old girl. Would it be the same? Would it be just like John Benet? We don't know. Look at Madeline McCain. What was that, 2007? Come on. And I still, to this day, am not 120%. I'm not 120%. I mean, I just don't know if I believe it was even John Benet's body at this point. Sure, if you want to pray for the dead, that's fine. If you want to pray for their soul, that's fine. It's on you. But as a death doula, I will be praying with you. I don't really like to talk ill of the dead, but I also am not 100% sure that person's dead either, Lester. But what I will say is, I have read some that was just me. I have read some controversial stuff for sure about whether or not her body was properly was DNA tested or not. I read stuff where it was just like they identified her body because of how her dad reacted and him identifying the body. As far as the DNA, I mean, I just don't know. Maybe I've read that it's in public domain where you can go and read and about what the coroner did, testing the DNA and all that stuff. But at the same time, I don't know. There was so much about that case that went wrong that they could have said it, a Care Bear kidnapped her, and I would have been like, okay, just another part of the story, huh? All right. Was it a person in a Care Bear costume? Or was it an actual Care Bear? I just... So that was probably just going off because of me. Yes, this world is insane, and it's insane by our own, demise, our own, and it's like we are the ones that, have created this insanity. Maybe it's not, us individually as people or as society, but people in general. The way that society has developed and grown, and and sadly, it's always been in the last 500,000, 2,000 years that the wealthiest, it's their stories, it's them that write the history. But I love how in modern advanced society that has changed. There won't be any wealth. There won't be the Ramseys were not wealthy enough to cover up what really happened. People are still interested in what happened. The Boulder Police Department still wants to try to solve the case. The case is cold, but it's still open. I love how in modern advanced society, like, you can't cover up the truth anymore. You can try, but what is a little bit disturbing is that we are all still very much hummingbirds. We cannot tell the flower from the protect those little guys and ourselves, and know that even though, you know, they've been here longer than us, that we can still we can outrun this kind of energy, this kind of, you know, it's all for hummingbird, it's all based on survival. For us, you know, seeing between the lines, and especially with AI now, like, I mean, I had expressed earlier today, I think, Metal Rain in chat, where it's like, I think that, you know, as artists, we need to advocate for each other in regards to boundaries and laws regarding AI. Hey, baby. That's a good question. We're going to check that in just a minute. Are you alright? You're just laying over there on the floor like a dog whining. Are you going to be okay? Do you miss your treats? Oh, okay, baby. Well, I'll get you a treat soon, right? Because you're such a good girl, especially when Mommy groomed you today. Look, you got your skirt trimmed. So cute. Let's show everybody. I'll be right back and get that speaker.
Bluetooth already open.
A little bit of a charge going, so that's a good thing. Yeah, she's a wonderful puppy mancer.
SB7 mode. Maximum fun.
Hey, Sugar. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and do your reading. Just going to turn up the Spiritbox. Let me look at your questions real quick, sweetheart. So, Sugar, we're not going to go too in-depth about his feelings for you because you didn't pay for an in-depth reading. Okay, an in-depth reading is $60. Alright, you get a one-on-one with me, you get a tarot card reading, we go in-depth about everything privately or here on the channel. But what we will do is we'll go ahead and check, you know, like we do regularly with the $7 taco box. You know, what is he feeling right now? What are his intentions right now, okay? But I'm going to give you as much information as your most trusted and strongest spirit guides will give me, okay, sweetheart? I'm going to just set your timer. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know right now? That is discouraging, Mental Rain. Spirit, I'm calling forth Sugar's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does she need to know right now about the person on her heart and mind's feelings for her? Let's go going on with that person? What's their energy towards Sugar tonight?
And I can. Okay. Bathroom.
What about the bathroom spirit? What does she need to know about how he's feeling, how this person on her mind and heart is feeling about their connection? What's going on with this feeling that he's having, this energy about their connection? Sorry, my cards are really difficult to. I don't know, they're just like all over the place tonight. These cards. Trash bag. What, Spirit? You need a trash bag? Are you moving? So this person's the way they feel about their connection with you is the way they feel about your connection is actually quite sweet. This person feels like there's some kind of success here in your connection. They feel excited about the connection. They feel like you guys can really be something special. They're having fun even if they're not seeing you right now. They do feel like your connection is a successful one. I also feel like when I see this card, you kind of see this design on her skirt. It sort of looks like somebody else kissing someone on the forehead. I just think that's interesting. I've always thought that was interesting, and I wanted to point it out here because he very well may be feeling this energy towards you. He's feeling a little bit insecure about his foot. And he's like, wow, I can't believe I even still have her listening to me. I'm so glad I can talk to her about this stuff and she's not annoyed. And that my foot issue is not some kind of burden. Feels really good about the connection in regards to where you guys are going with this. He likes how he can be himself. He does really like how he can be himself with you. The Queen of Pentacles is showing that he feels like he's gonna have to come to you. He's gonna have to come to you soon with something. These are his intentions, is to follow through with that. In the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, because there is something new in his life because you guys have met, and that is having someone that he feels is easy to talk to, even if he's not talking to you all the time. Crutches on a boot. Wow, poor thing. I feel like his intentions are to keep your communication strong and caring and open, and wants to keep moving forward with you in this connection. He does feel good about it. I want to take that palm tree again into account for being just like another wand hanging out in the Strength card. But this person does want to move forward with their connection with you, with the communication with you, with the stability that he feels. Like he feels you are somebody who's grounded. He doesn't feel like you are somebody who he doesn't feel like like you are somebody who is chaotic. He doesn't feel like you are somebody he's got to babysit or worry about. He does feel a little bit insecure though, because he needs a lot of rest. And he's worried that in that time of resting is in that time of healing. You know, that you're going to be feeling insecure about communication, and that's just not the case, okay? This person seems to really enjoy the talking. When y'all communicate, they seem to really enjoy that a lot. Not sure this person's always capable of responding when they'd like to. But I do feel like they respond in a way that they feel is good for you both. That feels right. That feels truly authentic. And I feel like these cards are also telling you that you're going to have to trust the process. There's a whole lot of different cards here that have dropped out of the deck onto the floor, as well as in your reading altogether, that show that there's something about you both where, yeah, you guys have been working on healing whatever it is that, you know, has been keeping you back, maybe keeping you down, maybe keeping you guys lost in the insecurities that you don't like about yourselves. But the healing process that you guys are receiving and experiencing is something that I feel the reading is saying, no, that was not me. I feel like the reading is saying, in regards to how he's feeling about your connection, is that your connection is healing for him. And he's hoping that you're feeling as well, as you're feeling healing energies, is that or that you guys will, you know, be able to give that to each other through the fair communication that you've kept with in regards to your situation. I'm going to pull one more card to clarify the whole reading from the Angel Tarot deck, which is one of my main decks. So I just don't use it all the time because it's rare and it's old and it's in pretty good condition. The red pod, now that was me. It did turn blue and purple. Okay, so as a clarification card for you and your person, Sugar, you've gotten the Four of Cups. Yeah. You both are feeling pretty bored in your lives. You guys are feeling the boredom. Like, you want to see him, he wants to see you. He's feeling insecure about the foot. You're feeling frustrated about not seeing him. But the Four of Cups is also letting you know that this is a time for rest, a time for healing, and a time for getting to know each other outside of the cringe of the date, the cringe of the new date, or the cringe of the new, you know. It's like you guys will continue to date, you will continue to date, but right now it's like that murky feeling each other out kind of energy, in a way that maybe you're not physically feeling each other out, but mentally you are. And it's a little bored because it's like both of you want to get a move on. You know, both of you want to do fun things together, and you still can, even with the foot thing. But missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom, open your eyes to the possibilities. This card is basically telling you, like, even though it feels a little bit stagnant, a little bit bored, a little bit, ugh, you know, when are things going to start getting vibrant again? They already have. Think about those possibilities, and the more they will show up. Your conversations, yeah, keeping them light and fun is, well, everybody should keep the conversation light and fun. So just have fun with whatever it is you have with him. I hope this reading helps. It helps you, Sugar. Thank you so much. Excuse Excuse me. Wow, did you hear that phone? Did you hear that press of like a key on a phone, on a dial pad? That was so creepy and weird. Are there any spirits here with us now that would like to communicate with us tonight? We come in peace and respect, and we come to remember you. Is there anyone here who would like to talk, or can we speak to you tonight? My name is Stormy, and I'd really like to call upon any spirits that maybe would like to communicate, have a calm, polite conversation. This is a safe place.
Safe.
I mean no harm. We mean no harm. There's several of us here right now. We just want to communicate respectfully. I'd like to speak to Patsy or John Benet Ramsey. Are there any spirits that would like to speak to us now, or about them, or is John Benet Ramsey or Patsy Ramsey? Can you hear my voice, or is there anyone out there that can communicate with us about this, or about them? Would you like to talk, Patsy? Or speak to Patsy Ramsey? Hello, my name is Stormy, and I'm here to speak with Patsy or John Benet Ramsey from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia, and would like to speak to you tonight. I mean you no harm, and I only wish to hear your story. Patsy, are you able to talk to me? I'll be respectful of your space and simply want to connect with you and John Benet tonight. Are there any spirits there that would like to speak to us about John Benet Ramsey or Patsy Ramsey tonight? Hey, all good news.
Well,
Why don't you let me decide that? Okay, I'm the death doula. I'm the one that is talking to the spirits, and I'm the one that lives in a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Anyone who's with us tonight, just know that don't be scared unless I'm scared. We come in respect and peace. We are not taking this conversation to anything negative. We're not even asking for any negative spirits to come by or hang out with us. So to bring up a negativism, I will remove your comment. Next time you say something negative, I will time you out. Okay? If you'd like me to time you out, great. I'll time you out. Next time I'll hide you on the channel. But when you're working with spirits and you're working with the dead, this is not a time or a place to get negative. So if you're feeling negative, Sorry. That's on you. But since I'm the one in control of this Spiritbox session and you're not the head of it, I would just stay out of it. Unless I feel scared, you shouldn't be scared. If you feel scared, that's on you. But don't try to turn my Spiritbox session with John Benet Ramsey and Patsy Ramsey into some kind of I'm conjuring something negative. As if I'm some dimwit twat that doesn't know the difference between energy that's good and energy that feels bad. Okay? Thanks.
Good.
Did you hear the name Megan, Tiffany? Oh, sugar, you're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. Are there any spirits that can hear my voice? Are there any...
Over.
Over? That was interesting. Are there any spirits that can read the chat?
To get.
Are there any spirits that can telepathically connect with any of the people in the chat here with us now? How many spirits are with us now?
Take it.
How many spirits are with us now?
$32.
32? 32 spirits with us now? What about the light? Are you in the light?
Correct.
Did John Benet Ramsey see who killed her? Do any of the spirits know? Did John Benet Ramsey see who murdered her? Oh, good news. You remind me of somebody I know. Did John Benet Ramsey's murderer take the housekeeper to court? I want to know. Yes? Did it just say yes? I'm going to ask one more time. Did John Benet Ramsey's murderer take the housekeeper to court? So are the spirits confirming
Sinners
that John Benet Ramsey's murderer took the housekeeper to court? Are you there, John Benet Ramsey? Did you see who killed you, John Benet Ramsey? If you're there, did you see who killed you? Did I just hear Knight Rider music? What? Did Burke Ramsey see who killed John Benet Ramsey?
hold of that. Maybe take it away.
Did John Benet Ramsey's father see who killed John Benet Ramsey? Did John Ramsey know who killed John Benet Ramsey? I don't think the dad knew it. I think the dad was clueless. I think the dad took an Ambien and went to bed and was clueless. I don't think he really knew what happened until all the cops and everybody left at the end of the day. John Benet Ramsey, are you in Roswell, Georgia tonight? Are you in Atlanta tonight? John Benet Ramsey, do you know where you are?
Mike.
Did anyone see who killed John Benet Ramsey? Is John Benet Ramsey in heaven?
How do we get?
Is John Benet Ramsey in heaven? Yeah. Is John Benet Ramsey happy? We just want her to be happy. Does she get to grow up in heaven? Is there anything that John Benet Ramsey would like to say? Is there anything that John Benet Ramsey would like to say on the Spirit Box?
Family.
Did the Spirit Box just say it was my family?
Mike.
Wow. Patsy Ramsey, if you're there.
Makes sense.
Patsy Ramsey, did John Benet's murderer take the housekeeper to court? Did John Benet's killer take the housekeeper to court, Patsy Ramsey? Can you answer that question, Patsy Ramsey? Patsy Ramsey, did John Benet's killer take the housekeeper to court? Excuse me. Did Patsy Ramsey see who killed John Benet Ramsey?
Mom.
Did it just say mom? Patsy, did you see who killed John Benet Ramsey?
That you started.
Patsy Ramsey, did John Benet see who killed her?
Or soon after.
was soon after that. Patsy, did Burke see who killed John Benet Ramsey? Did John Ramsey see who killed John Benet Ramsey? Did anyone see who killed John Benet Ramsey? Is Patsy Ramsey in heaven? Can you? I couldn't hear you, Spirit. Could you raise your voice a little? Is Patsy Ramsey in heaven?
The park.
She's in the park? What? Is there anything Patsy Ramsey would like to say? Is there anything Patsy Ramsey would like to say? Does Burke know everything? Does he know what happened? Does Burke Ramsey know what happened to John Benet Ramsey?
Matcha.
Any of the spirits have any last words before I turn off the spirit box?
Morgan.
Who's Morgan? Is that your name, Spirit? Is there a spirit with us tonight named Morgan?
10.
I've heard that name, Morgan, said twice.
Biker.
So I just asked the spirit box, who was Morgan in the John Benet Ramsey case? Based on search results, there are two primary references to Morgan in the context of John Benet Ramsey case. One is the attorney, G. Brian Morgan, which I've heard the name Morgan twice while we've been doing this session. So G. Brian Morgan was the prominent Denver criminal defense attorney hired by John Ramsey shortly after John Benet's murder in December '96. He was a founding partner of the law firm Haddon, Morgan and Foreman, which the Ramseys hired to advise them.
Paypl.
Was this prefabricated story? Was it his idea? Did he kill John Benet Ramsey? It's just like, might as well ask. So Morgan acted as a key legal advisor, helping the family manage communication with law enforcement and the media during the initial investigation, including negotiating the terms of the interviews with police. And there was Joseph Scott Morgan, the forensic analyst, who he is, a renowned forensic analyst and podcaster. He is not a person involved in the original '96 investigation, but rather an expert who analyzes the case in modern media, such as the podcast Body Bags with Joseph Scott Morgan. He breaks down the mistakes made at the crime scene and analyzes evidence like the ransom note. There's also a mention of a Barbara Morgan in the search results, who was a former school employee suspected by some, but the query appears to be directed towards individuals with the surname Morgan.
Get you. We're good.
Said Morgan again.
Here. Next one.
So if there's one thing that's certain, John Benet Ramsey took care of a family for the rest of their lives. If that's not pageantry, I don't know what is. Even in death. I mean, here you have a person who brags about knowing what happened, and he tells this story that's just absolutely ridiculous. And then get $750 million for it.
Back to.
Kill your sister, get rich. That's America, huh? Hey, Pammy, how are you, sweetheart? It's good to see you. Does anybody else have any other questions about John Benet Ramsey? Or does anybody else want to ask any questions about the case? Or to the Spiritbox or anything about John Benet? Feel free to. It's like 90 degrees in here. I just want to thank you, Pam, Tiffany, Metal Rain, All Good News. Anybody who came by to hang out with me tonight and talk to the Spiritbox. This is a very tender and sensitive thing I feel about for John Benet Ramsey. You know, when you're a little girl and you see another little girl get murdered, it's pretty traumatizing. Christmas hasn't really been the same for me since. Christmas is just... Christmas got better, but then Christmas just... I mean, I'm sorry, but Christmas is so scary for me, it ain't even funny. I want to find the magic of Christmas again, but I'm not sure it's going to be possible. I just don't know. No, they never proved her brother killed her. In fact, CBS interviewed him in 2016. Man, you know who he reminds me of? Have you guys ever seen that movie? Let me hold on. I gotta look up the name of it real quick. Well, first of all, he looks grown up. He looks a lot like the actor who played Frodo. He looks a lot like Frodo. It's really scary. Okay. Like, I'm just waiting for Samwise Gamgee to pop out of and turn into Lord of the Rings here. Okay, he looks so much like the guy who played Frodo. Alright? But here's who he really reminds me of. As a character, if I was to pick any character from a movie. Okay, so yeah, he looks like Elijah Woods, right? But he looks like Elijah Woods in... Hold on, let me find out what movie it is. Okay. I think I know what it is. It's one of those... oh my god, what's it called? I'm having a brain fart because I'm so tired. That's right. Burke Ramsey reminds me of Kevin from Sin City. Kevin was played by Elijah Wood in Sin City, and he was a cannibal. That's who Burke Ramsey reminds me of as an adult. But yeah. So CBS did an interview with him in 2016, Pam. And then based on his body language, the things that he said, and the stuff that he did that was so weird, people were like, he did it. So then he, like, Yetta. Yetta. What? So, I think at the end of the day, he got like $750 million for defamation suit. And CBS and Burke Ramsey, they settled out of court. And they gave him $750 million. Sorry, that was probably me because I just hit my knee against the table. Ouch. I'm going to pay for that.
That's it.
Yeah, a lot of movies do have a lot of hidden messages. But yeah. So,
You know,
Spirit, do you have any, are there any spirits that have any last words for us tonight before I turn off the spirit box and close the spirit portal? I'll give you 3 minutes. Talk about trapdoors. What about them? I think John Benet was 6 and he was 11. I'm sorry, but there's just something weird about a sibling smiling through your whole funeral. It's just so weird. What about Trump, Spiritbox? It just said his name. Yeah, so defamation lawsuit in 2016, Burke filed a $750 million defamation lawsuit against CBS after a documentary theorized he was responsible for his sister's death. The case was settled in 2019. And he was 9 years old, not 11, 9. He was 9 years old when his sister died. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm tired. And thank you guys so much for coming by tonight. I'll be back. Thanks for any of the spirits that communicated with us tonight about John Benet Ramsey. Have a good night.
Power on.
Thank you. Thanks so much for your subscription. All good news. Thank you so much, Tiffany. All good news. Pammy Bear, Metal Rain, Sugar Bear. Anybody who came out tonight, thank you so much. Meryl, thank you so much for coming out tonight as well. I'm pooped. My Strait of Hormuz is pooped. I gotta go to sleep. I've been awake since about crack of dawn working. Thank you for your love, your light, your fun, and your time. I appreciate you very much. Sweet dreams when you get there. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Music is sacred, and no prison will hold this movement down.